In 2019, Julia Rodgers was a 32-year-old divorce attorney in Boston preparing to get married when it came time to focus on the least romantic part of wedding planning, drafting her own prenuptial agreement. Along the way, she had an epiphany and started carving time out of her family law practice to work on a side project, developing a low-cost prenup site. Rodgers, the founder and CEO of Hello Prenup, a 4-year-old tech startup in the burgeoning prenup space, says, quote, "I was working with so many prenup clients and they were just really unhappy with the process." Her law firm, for instance, required a minimum of 3 months to draft an agreement and was charging thousands of dollars that most couples would rather spend on building a future together, not tearing apart the past. Hello Prenup's own survey pegs the average at $8,000, but that amount can soar for a complicated agreement. Rodgers says, quote, "That's really where Hello Prenup was born. I wanted to democratize prenups in a way that would allow all couples to access them and their protections." Unable to secure funding through pitch competitions or venture capitalists, she withdrew approximately $150,000 of her life savings to hire developers. This investment led to the creation of the initial version of Hello Prenup, a platform enabling couples to draft and execute a prenup in roughly 90 minutes without a lawyer's assistance. She and her fiance were the first users to test the new website. And there's always a new customer base. There are around 2 million marriages in the United States every year, according to the CDC, with about 15% opting to sign a prenuptial agreement compared to just 3% in 2010, based on data from the Harris poll. An internal report reviewed by Forbes shows that Hello Prenup controls about 20% of the overall market. Forbes estimates Hello Prenup's revenue at $50 million and values the company at $140 million, with Rodgers controlling an estimated 51%. Hello Prenup simplifies prenuptial agreements online, similar to filing taxes. Users select their state, complete separate questionnaires, and submit financial disclosures detailing premarital assets and plans for asset division in a divorce. The process includes addressing complex life issues. Couples can consult an attorney for $49 per partner for a 20-minute session. After initial selections, the system flags mismatches, leading to a negotiation phase where partners can agree or change answers on points of contention. Finally, couples can sign and notarize the prenup online for an extra $50, with standard customers waiving legal advice and representation. In 2021, a few months after Hello Prenup launched, co-founders Rodgers and Sarah Beth Jaffe sought funding and received an email that she thought was a prank, a personalized invitation to apply to be on ABC's Shark Tank. Rodgers, wearing a bridal skirt and veil, and Jaffe, who left the company in 2024, arrived at the tank. They sought a $150,000 investment for a 10% stake, valuing Hello Prenup at $1.5 million. At the time, the company had $20,000 in sales from just 25 prenups, but projected $4.1 million in revenue for the following year. The Sharks thought that forecast was delusional. Despite initially being passed on by all investors, Hello Prenup eventually secured a deal from guest shark Nirav Tolia and veteran investor Kevin O'Leary, who partnered to invest $150,000 for a 30% stake. The Shark Tank appearance significantly boosted Hello Prenup's prospects, with Rodgers estimating a 15% decrease in customer acquisition costs every time the episode airs on TV or streaming platforms. Despite Hello Prenup's founders' confidence in the legality of their agreements, some prominent attorneys remain skeptical. Boston divorce lawyer Lori Israel criticizes the low attorney fees, suggesting inexperienced lawyers, and is deeply concerned about the attorney-free service, calling it, quote, blind. Chicago Trust and Estates attorney David Handler fears the agreements are, quote, more susceptible to being tossed out. However, Wasser's own successful 2023 divorce, streamlined by the prenup she co-created, serves as a proof of concept, minimalizing stress and preserving her co-parenting relationship. Hello Prenup is now planning to expand into other family law services such as postnups. Above all, the agreement also ensured that she maintained ownership of the company. For full coverage, check out Martina de la Casa's piece on forbes.com. This is John Palmer from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.